Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to catch bass in the spring lull. Now this might not happen on all fisheries, but certainly a lot of fisheries here up north, this happens for a couple days each time in the spring right before the bass get ready to spawn and they stop biting. Now you'll probably see a lot of fish up shallow roaming around trying to find beds, but they just won't be biting. And that's what's happening here today. So I'm going to teach you guys what I like to do and a little trick with the spinnerbait that I use to catch these fish. Stay tuned, this is going to be a good one. Oh my goodness, that's a big one. Alright guys, I'm going to start by tying on a little spinnerbait here. This is one of my favorite springtime baits, even during the spring lull period, because even though a lot of the fish that you think are, the majority of the fish are up shallow or getting ready to spawn, but there's still a lot of big fish to be caught out on a spinnerbait. And I really like fishing this bait because it's a great way to power fish. So there we go, we got it tied up. We're just gonna quick cut the tag end. And boom, just like that, we're ready to fish. We got our spinnerbait rigged up here. Today we're fishing this on a Fenwick HMG medium heavy fast action, and we've got it paired up with a 150 size Daiwa to Tula in a 6.3 to 1 gear ratio, and we're gonna see if we can make something happen today. Go. On the old spinnerbait there. There we go. They're running at me. There we go. Oh, sorry about that, buddy. Jeez. There's another one right there. On the spinnerbait again. They're just crushing the spinnerbait today. But I think in the springtime funk, they're kind of just hitting it pretty crazy right now. So there's another one. What I think is happening here is, when it gets to this time of year, you see a whole bunch of them pushing up shallow, and you kind of want to target those instinctively because you can see them and they're getting ready to spawn, but not quite there yet. And you can go out there and watch them and throw your baits at them, which it can work on some of them, but in my opinion it's really difficult to get a lot of those fish to bite, and it's not worth my time. So, and that's just not my style of fishing. So what I like to do is keep power fishing, put on the spinnerbait, throw it at a nice slow retrieve, or slow to medium pace, throw it over some shallow to maybe 5 to 7 foot weeds, throw it over the tops of the weeds, keep it above them, and they're still coming out and smashing it. So There we go. He bit it like pretty close to the boat there, but I could see him come out of the weeds. I could see him come out of the weeds there, and he just slaughtered the spinnerbait there. So that's why you fish the spinnerbait right there. One of the biggest mistakes that I made fishing this time of year was trying to catch all the fish that I saw. When I could see fish up shallow, when I could see fish just anywhere, I was trying to catch those fish, throwing jigs at them, Ned rigs, wacky rigs, whatever. And if that's how you like to fish, that's great, then you can go catch those fish, but it's going to be a lot of work. And my type of fishing, I like to power fish, I like to throw a jig, I like to throw spinnerbait, so I just said, you know, I don't want to catch those fish anymore. I'm just going to go for all the other fish, because there's always going to be fish biting the way that I want to fish. So you got to fish how you want to fish, throw a spinnerbait, whatever you like to fish, and you're going to catch those fish how you want to catch them. And it's going to be a lot more fun than trying to catch them just because you can see them. There we go. Well, that's not a bad one. Batty. Another one. Ooh, another one on the old spinnerbait there. Not too bad. So real quick, I just want to talk about how I go about locating these fish. When I'm looking for these fish, usually I'm looking for shallow weeds 5 to 7 feet, and I'm usually, in this particular body of water, I'm looking for large leaf pondweed, but it's different in every lake. So what you want to look for typically is whatever weed has the smallest population, whichever one is the minority in your lake. So that could be milfoil, hydrilla, large leaf pondweed like it is here. It could be any of them. So whatever it is, or whatever lake or whatever weed the fish like to hang around, that's what you want to target, and you want to find that in shallow water. And then you just want to go find wherever that is. You want to find somewhere where it's near docks, and you just want to cast over it with your spinnerbait and just run it over the top of the weeds, and they're going to come out and they're going to crush it. That was pretty much instant on that cast as soon as it hit the water. Not a big one, just a little bit. Another one on the spinnerbait. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please subscribe, hit that like button, all that good stuff. And if you liked it, please check out some of my other videos. I've got an awesome turkey hunting video that just came out. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.